Yo guys, what is up? Mogul here, your #1 assassin player in Multiversus. Today, we're going to finally check out each of Harley's unique perks. I'll tell you what's good about them, what's bad about them, and which ones you should be using, as well as some personal loadouts of mine and things like that. Let's get right into the video. Alright, so here we are in the lab. The first thing we need to talk about is Confetti Time, Harley's passive. After applying confetti to enemies, Harley and her allies must knock back the victim multiple times to apply ignited to them. The total amount of damage from ignite is 10, and we'll show it here. Hit him with up air, you're 1 out of 5. You need to hit them 4 more times, 5, and now they're going to take 10 damage. So he'll end up with 10 more damage than he had just a second ago, just from the ignite. So it went from 15 to 25. Again, that's applying the debuff, hitting him 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now he'll go up by 10 damage. Another thing we got to talk about real quick is the down air. On 2 of these perks, smooth moves and confetti, the down air will work like this. You can choose to fast fall it or not. There, I'm not fast falling it there, and you can fast fall it at any point throughout the move. If you want to go straight down, you can. If you want to go like way to the right, you can. Basically any kind of degrees you can do. You just got to really get comfortable with it. This is the best way to get edge guards, because you're so... Look how far that thing is above anything. There is no hitbox that could possibly hit this if you're well enough spaced away. Now that we have ignite and down air squared away, we're going to jump right into the perks. Confetti Explosion. Well, how does this work, you might ask? Well, remember earlier when we were doing the debuff with the up air? Watch what happens this time. Now it's 1 out of 5, but it looks like a confetti thing. What happens if we hit him 4 more times? 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom! You can see he had a vertical explosion happen there instead of the 10 ignite damage. What's the use of this, you might ask? Other than a lot of vertical pressure, you can also stack it with a sideways momentum move. So let's get that debuff on him again. And we're gonna hammer him at 5 here. So now watch what happens when I do this. Boom! You see how he kind of went diagonal there? Rather than if I just hit him with the hammer like this? He's a lot lower to the ground, so it can kill a lot earlier if you get that knockback stack. More on confetti here in a little bit. Next one, we're going to talk about smooth moves. So smooth moves is kind of the best of both worlds between glove control and confetti. You still get the ignite that we talked about earlier. 5 out of 5 there if you want the damage. 4 and 5, and now they'll get the 10 damage there like we talked about earlier. But it also has the down air manipulation that is very, very vital, very important, and very, very good for edge guarding and like recovering too. Now, smooth moves, on the other hand, has one more built-in feature. Watch what happens when I use a side special here. You see that little dodge window there? I'm not hitting the dodge button. It's built in to the side special. But be warned, if you're too low on your dodge meter like we are now, you will not have the dodge window. A lot of people choose not to run smooth moves over Perkless because it removes your dodge meter. But for the best of both worlds, this or Perkless is what you want if you want to do ignite damage as well as your down air control. Meanwhile, this side special dodge window isn't very useful, especially because you can dash either way out of your side special. It just burns dodge meter. So it's not really useful for the smooth move portion, just the down air and the ignite. Now we're going to talk about glove control. This is by far the most popular perk choice of all the Harley mains out there. Unfortunately, it's the worst one, and here's why. Let's check out what happens when we use down air. As you can see, I can no longer fast fall the down air. I still get the same distance with my down air, but I cannot fast fall it until after the move is done as such. In this sense, you lose a lot of your use on down air, and a lot of safety too. Like, this isn't as safe as just that, but you can fast fall it. So you lose a lot of your dare control with this option. You still keep the ignite damage. So you still get your 10 out of 19. It'll go up to 29, as we can see there. But not having the down air is very big. So in that sense, it's much better to be using confetti, smooth moves, or Perkless in that fact than using glove control. I would highly suggest attempting to use the other ones. It's going to take some getting used to on the other ones, but it's definitely worth it in the long run. Now let's talk about why Confetti is my favorite, why I think it's the most underutilized, and the best perk for Harley Quinn. We touched it on a little bit earlier with the Confetti buff, but imagine this in a team setting. You're at 4 out of 5, and they're already in the air. They explode upwards, and you can keep up the vertical pressure. While they're in that hit stun, you can reset your options, and you can just keep up the vertical pressure all day, especially with the teammate. I run with the Steven a lot, and he has a lot of vertical kill power. So when we get an enemy way up high with the Confetti buff, we can just keep him up there, and it's a lot more dangerous than the 10 damage you would get with any of the 3 other perk choices, being Perkless, Glove Control, or Smooth Moves. And of course, you still get your very controllable dare, especially if you run projectile speed. Your dare goes 10% farther, so that's a lot of what I do as well. Very good return option. Like if I'm getting blasted way out to the zone, I can just do this and have this the most safe recovery back. Because your dare goes so far and you're not turning, you're a very safe approach back to stage if you get blasted too far off the side. So in that sense, with those things, a lot of good coordinated team play, dare control, as well as just overall vertical pressure with this move, Confetti is definitely the best one out of them all. And you can do stuff like that too. Now let's do a quick summary of all 3 of them, just to reiterate all of the important points for each one. Confetti. Perks of Confetti, you get the extra knockback on the vertical, on the debuff, the stacked horizontal knockback, great dare control, and a lot of other options with the dare. Same thing with smooth moves, except you get the ignite damage, the 10 out of 10, but you do lose that vertical pressure you get from Confetti. You still get the ignite and the dare control off of smooth moves, so that is still a very good option, but you need to be wary of your dodge meter. If you choose to go perkless, you're basically running smooth moves without the smooth moves portion. So the grounded and the ground and air side special, side B, won't give you that iframes anymore on the dodge, but you won't burn your dodge meter. And now glove control, which is my least favorite of the 4, just because of the dare control, I do not recommend using this perk. It's gonna be weird switching to the other 2, or a 3 if you can count perkless, but it's worth it in the long run for your dare control. And Harley does not need the 10 extra damage. She already cranks out some of the highest damage in the game, some of the highest DPS in the game. So it's very much worth it to be running Confetti and getting used to the large explosion that launches enemies upwards, as well as the dare control that you get from using non-glove control. And there you have it, guys. There is a quick guide on all of Harley's unique perks and which one is the best. If you have any questions, please ask them in the comments below. I get to every single one that I can, and I love helping you guys out to the best of my ability. I know there's a lot of intricacies on all of the perks here, so I really want to help you guys understand it. If you are new here, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube with the bell icon on. We always post really good guides, gameplays, and all sorts of cool stuff Multiversus related on this channel, as well as hop by a Twitch stream. We stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I would love to see you guys there for viewer games, customs, all of that fun junk, and more, tournaments, all sorts of cool stuff happening on the Twitch, so make sure you stop by there, twitch.tv/themogul. Links are all in the description. In the meantime, though, I thank you guys for watching the video. Let me know what you thought of it and everything in the comments. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video, and I want you all to have a wonderful time playing Multiversus. Peace out.